Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Gov't, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Minister accuses Buhari government of mismanaging $100 million World Bank Women Empowerment loan. Missing Ogun pregnant woman faked abduction found in Kwara, police gives details. Senate didn't approve new presidential jets, says Akpabio. 5 killed, others injured as protesters storm Kenya's Senate over hike in taxes. Now, top one was trending. The Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, has accused the Muhammadu Buhari administration of mismanaging the first tranche of $500 million World Bank loan for women's empowerment in the country. Speaking with newsmen on Monday, Kennedy Ohaneye alleged that the first tranche of the loan, which is $100 million, meant for the Nigeria for Women project, was mismanaged. Newsmen reports that the project is a strategic engagement between the World Bank and the Nigerian government set to improve the livelihood of Nigerian women. A statement from the bank said the loan is a scale-up financing for the Women's Project, which was initially approved on June 27, 2018 with $100 million financing. Now, a netizen said, "Before election, you guys claimed Buhari did very well and you said you were going to continue from where he stopped. So why the complaint now?" Another person said, "Who are the people that were supposed to disburse the monies? Who are the beneficiaries? What accounts were the funds paid to? Which bank paid the fund? There are so many questions that need answers and so many people to be held accountable, and they are not far-fetched." A guy said, "Why are we just getting to know about this? It's so wrong." Now, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, said on Tuesday that the Senate had not approved the purchase of new presidential jets for the use of President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima. He described as malicious a report quoting him to have said the National Assembly would approve the purchase of new aircraft for the President and Vice President, irrespective of the harsh economic situation in the country. The alleged report comes in the wake of the recommendation by the House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence to buy new aircraft for the President and the Vice President, as the existing presidential jets are faulty and unsafe for use. Now, someone said, "Better repair and fix our old planes so that the President can continue with it." Another person said, "I was waiting for you to buy it. Let me know whether Amadioha doesn't exist again." Another wrote, "These people have to step down. We need our country back." Now, a senior customs officer, ACN Etop Andrew, present at the Public Accounts Committee of the House of Representatives, slumped and died while responding to a question from members of the committee on June 25th. The customs officer had appeared before the committee carrying out an investigation. Sadly, while responding to a question, he developed sudden health complications. Despite the immediate and diligent efforts of first responders and medical personnel at the National Assembly Clinic, he unfortunately passed away. The House spokesperson, Akin Rotimi, announced the demise in a statement released. Now, someone said, "Sad news for his family and all his dependents. May his soul rest in peace. Amen." Another said, "This is very sad. This again reinforces the reason why we should always take life easy and check on our health too." Another person said, "This is really sad. May his soul rest in peace." Well, amen. Now, next one was trending. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has said the menace of drug abuse in the country is a ticking bomb that all stakeholders must rise to fight elaborately. The Anti-Narcotic Agency disclosed that the menace has become a serious national issue as the proliferation of drug abuse now cuts across classes of persons and regions in the country. According to the NDLEA, the practice of abuse of drugs and addiction is not only peculiar among the street and common people, but also a challenge recording high indulgence among the very important persons in the country. The Assistant Commander General of Narcotics Directorate of Operations and Investigation, NDLEA, Ibanobo Ochie Abia, said this on Tuesday while featuring in an interview with newsmen. Now, someone said, "Arrest them and publish their names, please." Another person said, "So is there any crime in arresting the high-profile Nigerians?" Another person wrote, "No be high-profile people get the money to afford drugs." The woman who was believed to have been kidnapped on her way to the hospital to give birth has been found in Ilorin, Kwara State after staging her own abduction out of fear. It was reported that Rahimat Lateef was kidnapped last week in Abeokuta, Ogun State. She was said to have been due for delivery and on her way to the hospital, Ijaye Abeokuta, when she was allegedly abducted. Her husband, Ogunbunmi Lateef, reported the alleged kidnap to the police in Abeokuta. However, on Monday, June 24th, police disclosed that Rahimat had fled to Kwara State to avoid her husband's fury after having a miscarriage. It was said that she was frustrated due to repeated miscarriages and had cooked up the kidnap story. The police spokesman, Omolola Odutola, on Monday, while giving an update on the incident, said Rahimat was found in Kwara State with her father. She stated that the command's anti-kidnapping unit had begun tracking her till she showed up. Now, someone said, imagine the kind of husband she has for her to be scared of him after a miscarriage. May God not allow my sisters to cross paths with these kind of men. A lady said, African men need to understand that a woman can't decide when to get pregnant, the sex of the child, and the survival of the child. She must have been really scared of her husband and probably his family. Another said, she get mine, sha. Now let's go on a short break, and when we return, we'll touch on the wedding that is trending on the internet. Stay tuned. Welcome back, it's Newsfeed. Now, Afrobeat star Davido has wedded his longtime heartthrob Chioma Rowland in a lavish event attended by the creme de la creme of the entertainment industry and other top dignitaries. The event, held on Tuesday at Harbour Point in the Victoria Island area of Lagos State, marks the culmination of years of friendship and, as expected, generated buzz on social media. Tuesday's ceremony came about 2 weeks after Davido confirmed his wedding to the chef. As expected, Davido's grand wedding event was nothing short of a gathering of dignitaries from different walks of life. Chioma's friendship with Davido dates back several years, but their relationship only became official in 2018 when the singer confirmed it at a public function in October of that year. Now, a netizen said, in my entire life, I've never seen a groom this happy on his wedding day. Another person said, nothing concerned Chioma with price of tomatoes and cucumber stew. Another wrote, Mr. and Mrs. David Adeleke no go kill me you. Congratulations, my favorite couple. God will continue to bless your union. Now, a pastor's son is facing accusations of selling his girlfriend's car to fund his marriage to another woman. Blessing Manyange allegedly sold Charity Madare's Honda Fit, which she had lent him for errands, and used the proceeds to pay the bride price for his other girlfriend, Petronila. Feeling betrayed, Charity confronted Blessing and demanded the return of everything she had given him during their relationship. Blessing's father, Fungayi Manyange, a priest at Bethsaida Apostolic Church, met with Charity to address the issue. He promised to repay her the equivalent value of the car in installments. Blessing admitted to selling Charity's vehicle, stating, I sold Charity's vehicle and used the money. She was disturbed when I separated from her and is now demanding every dollar she gave me, including that vehicle. She confronted my parents and my father agreed to pay the amount equivalent to the value of the vehicle. She threatened to expose me in front of the congregation since my father is a church priest, and I decided to leave the congregation because of her threats. She once posted a message on social media and I warned her that I would take legal action if she continued tarnishing my image. Now, a lady said, a man knows the woman he wants. Dear women, stop spending money or borrowing things to men. It never ends well. Men are providers in relationships. Instead of you to stay in your feminine energy and watch how he treats you, no, you will lean to your masculine energy and he will chop clean mouth and later dump you. Make una receive senso. Another said, crazy things are happening. And a guy said, this is the most funniest thing I have seen on the internet today. And now in Kenya, at least 5 persons have been killed and several others injured as thousands of youths stage protests against the government's bill to hike taxes in Kenya. Police opened fire on demonstrators trying to storm the country's legislature on Tuesday, June 25th, leaving at least 5 dead, newsmen report. The protests began last week as lawmakers passed legislation to raise tax. Parliament approved the finance bill, moving it through to a third reading by lawmakers. The next step is for the legislation to be sent to the president for signing. The finance bill aims to raise an additional $2.7 billion in taxes as part of an effort to lighten the heavy debt load. with interest payments alone consuming 37% of annual revenue. The government has already made some concessions, promising to scrap proposed new taxes on bread, cooking oil, car ownership and financial transactions, but that has not been enough to satisfy protesters. According to the report, police opened fire after tear gas and water cannon failed to disperse the crowds. Aside opposing tax hike, many of the protesters are also calling for President William Ruto to step down. Now, a netizen said, once we lose our fear, they lose their power. We won't stop until they listen. Kenya belongs to us. Someone said, this country will leave us behind soon. We are here posting the video. Another wrote, Kenya with a minimum wage of $112, which is equivalent to 170,000 naira, is protesting because of salary tax, while we in Nigeria can't even hold a strike with inconclusive 62,000 naira minimum wage. Now only cho online we sabi. And now in sports, according to Calcio Mercato, Napoli still haven't received any offers from Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen and are now willing to listen to proposals in the region of around £85 million instead of the initial £100 million release clause as they look to cash in on the striker this summer. Other reports in Italy state that the Serie A side will agree to a player swap deal with Manchester United, which will see Mason Greenwood join the former Serie A champions, with Osimhen heading in the opposite direction. Manchester United are keen to sell Greenwood in the summer, even though the rape charges against him were dropped last year. The 22-year-old winger did well on a loan at Spanish La Liga side Getafe, winning the club's Player of the Season award, and has been linked with several clubs including Juventus, Lazio and Napoli. A guy said, the way some of you talk bad of Osimhen amazes me. The same player everyone is chanting his name during the AFCON. If you like, hate him, but I'm sure you all just wasting your time. Another said, Napoli will still reduce to £50 million as time goes on. Nobody wants a rude player in their club. Same thing happened to Sancho. Man United reduced from £50 million to £40 million, yet no buyer. This is what bad behavior does to good players. Someone advised, make he go Saudi because Europe football will frustrate him next season. And now to a funny video of how a dad uses wisdom to give his child medicine. Take a look. And that's it. You're up to date with trending stories across the world. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Until next time, goodbye.